Hello everyone, I am Aditi Banerjee and welcome back to Introduction to HTML Part 3 video. This is the third video in a series of videos about HTML. So if you are a beginner, I would suggest you watch the first two videos to get a better understanding. So today in this video, we will be learning about adding emojis using HTML, and then we'll go for semantic and non-semantic tags, and we'll see about the basic website structure, and at last you all will be given a project which you have to submit to earn certificates. So without wasting any time, let's start. So emojis. So emojis are very fun stuff which you use to express your emotions better while texting. So did you know that you can also add emojis in your web page using HTML? So let's see how we can do it. So we use letters or characters from the UTF-8 character set to add emojis in HTML. If you have watched the first video, you must remember that I have talked about the meta tag and specifying the character set as UTF-8. So we use the characters from the character set of UTF-8 to add emojis in our web page. So you can see the first emoji is smiling emoji. Its character set is 128516. Then similarly for the next one, we have a character set, and then we also have a character set for the heart emoji. So you can look the character set in internet, the full character set for different emojis. So let's go to our editor to see. So here you can see I have a code for adding emojis in HTML. You can see I have specified my meta character set is equal to UTF-8. So you can see if you don't set the meta character set as UTF-8, the default is UTF-8. So even if you don't set it, the browser will accept UTF-8 as the character set. You can see here at the below, the character set is already set to UTF-8. So you can see we have the doc tag in HTML, then head, title. Inside the body, I have used the paragraph tag. Then I have used the style attribute. You see, emojis are actually character sets. So we can style character using the style attribute. So I have set the font size as 48 pixels, and then I have written some characters, and you should write the characters start, and it should start with ampersand hash. Then you should write the character set and then a semicolon. So in the same way I have written 128515, another emoji, and this is also another emoji, and my paragraph tag ends. So let's see how it looks in the web page. You can see we have very cute emojis in our web page. Right here, the grinning one, the smiling one, and the heart eyes emojis. Similarly, you can add other different kinds of emoji in your web page. You can look through the character set in the internet. But for now, we have added only 3 emojis. So now that we have seen how we can add emojis to our web page, let's talk about semantic and non-semantic tags. So a semantic element clearly describes its meaning to both the browser and the developer. So first let's move to examples of semantic elements. You can see form tag, table tag, and image tag are semantic elements because they clearly define its content. So when you use the form tag, it clearly defines what this tag contains, which means a form tag will contain only a form. So it is very clear what this tag contains. Same goes for table. A table tag is used only for creating a table, and the image tag contains only images, so they are very clear what they contain. But a non-semantic element tells nothing about its content. Examples are division tag. So a division tag is used to specify or mark up a division of a section. The section can be anything, a document, a text, or any other thing. It does not specify its contents. And same goes for span. Span is used to specify a part of the text. The text can be anything, so it does not tell us exactly what it contains. So yeah, this is the difference between semantic and non-semantic tags. So we'll be using some important HTML5 semantic elements. So let's go through them. So the first one is the header element. The header element represents the header of the whole page or a section of it. So the part of a front end which is used at the top of the page is called header, and the header tag is used to add header section in web pages. So I think so it is clear. The top of the web page is called header, and the header tag is used to create one. Next we have the nav element. The nav element is intended to house navigation menus or any kind of navigational structure such as hyperlinks. So the navigation bar is same as menu list. It is used to display the content information using hyperlinks. So I guess that's clear. Next we have the section element. The section element represents a generic section of a document or application. So section element is used to specify a section of a web page. So suppose you consider your web page as a book, then its chapters are the sections. So I guess so it's clear. Next we have the article element. The article element represents an independent item section of content such as blog post, forum post, or a comment. So it is quite clear what the article element is used for. It is used to contain some independent item section of content. Next we have the aside element. The aside element is intended to house content that is related to the surrounding content, but at the same time is a standalone piece of content itself. So basically it holds additional information like advertisements and is not always necessary to be added into the web page, but it is recommended that you have a sidebar, a side element in your web page. So lastly we have the footer element. The footer element represents the footer of the whole page or a section element. It is intended to contain footer information such as copyright notice. So the footer section is always put at the bottom of the web page, and it usually contains information such as copyright and other copyright, contact information and such. So next we have the basic layout of a web page or your website. So this is how your web page of your website should look like. We have the header at the top, and then we have the navigation menus using the nav tag. Then we have a section of our content, and we have an article, as I have said, and then we have a side. The side is generally placed at the side of your web page, but you can also place it anywhere you want. Then at the bottom we have the footer element. So this is how your this is the basic layout of your HTML web page. Now let's go to the editor. So you can see this is my code for writing or creating a website. So you can see my HTML page starts, code starts with document HTML, then I have HTML head, then I have my title as my website structure, then inside the body I have my header tag, You can see my header tag starts from here and ends here. So I have decided to, everything inside the header tag goes to my header, which is the topmost part of the web page. So yeah, I have used a division tag first. You can see it starts here and it ends here to specify a division in the header. So in the division tag, I have mentioned my heading of my web page as welcome to BSc GITA, and I use the h2 tag to specify its height. Then I have added an image to be my logo, to use as a logo. Then I have specified my height and width, and my division tag ends. So inside the division tag, I have my heading of the web page and the logo. Next, we come to the nav tag and create a navigation list. So I've used the unordered list URL tag to create my navigation list. So my first list item starts, and I've used an empty link for this web page because obviously we have not created a website yet. This is only one web page. Later, when you create several web pages, you can add your link to your web page here. But for now, we are keeping this link empty by writing hash. Then I have my link text as about BSc. Similarly, for the second item, we have chapters, and the third list item is upcoming events. So this is my navigation list, and these are my list items. These will be displayed as hyperlinks. So yeah, you can see my navigation list ends, and also my header ends. Next, I have used HR tag to add a horizontal line throughout my web page, just for better display. Then my section tag starts. You can see I have written my comment as content. So it is recommended that you use comment because in this case it becomes very messy or confusing. So comments helps us to navigate through the code and gives us a better understanding. So yeah, my section tag, my section starts from here, and inside the section I have my article. So the first heading for my article is sample content 1. Then inside the paragraph tag, I have my first paragraph. You can see this is a dummy text. You can also add your dummy text by typing Lorem. You can see we have been given the suggestion Lorem. If you click on Lorem, you will be provided with some dummy text. So then we have a second paragraph with a heading sample content 2, and I have my second paragraph again, and between my second and third para I have included an image just for better display, and you can see I have specified my height and width, and also use the title attribute to add a title. So you can see my article ends, and also my section ends. Next, we have our aside tag. You can see I have written my comment as sidebar. So my heading is quick link, and I have again used the URL tag to add some links. We have empty links, and the list items are participation terms, privacy, and terms. So this is going to be my sidebar, or which I have created using the aside tag. You can see my aside tag ends here. Then we come to the last part of our web page, which is the footer. So again, I have used the HR tag for a horizontal line, and as you know, the footer element contains information like copyright, contact information, address. So I have decided to add copyright. You can see I have used a small tag because copyright is usually written in small text. Then I have written copyright, and %copy for adding the C symbol, which is used for copyright. Then 2020, all rights reserved, and small tag ends. Then my footer also ends, and this is my this is going to be my web page. So let's see how it looks. can see this is my web page. You can see I have my welcome to GITA heading, and I have used this image as my logo. Then this is our navigation list, and I have used a horizontal line to specify that this is the header of my web page. Then we have the main content with sample content 1, sample content 2, and then we have our image. You can see the title attribute is doing its work. I can see the small message sample image. Then we have a sidebar with the quick links, participation terms, privacy and terms. And at the last, you can see in small text we have the footer and copyright. Then here, copyright C 2020 all rights reserved. So yeah, this is what our web page looks like right now. You can create several web pages and add them all to create a website. But you can see my web page is looking a little bit boring because we don't have any colors. All our text is aligned towards the left, and you don't usually see such type of web pages. You see colorful web pages and which look very pretty. So how do we do that? So for that you have to watch the CSS videos that will be coming up to add style to your web page, and then I'm sure you all can create a beautiful looking web page. So now that we are at the end of our HTML introduction to HTML videos, so now you have to you will be given a project that you have to create and submit. So if you face any problems or have any doubt, feel free to contact us or ask us in the Telegram group. You will be helped without any judgment. But make sure you ask your doubt, otherwise you will face problems in your project. So your project is build a web page or website according to your knowledge and skills for your own hypothetical company brand. So what this basically means that suppose you are creating the website for your own company or brand. It totally depends on you what that company is, what that brand is, what is the theme, what is the work of that company or brand. Whatever it is up to you. You have to create a web page or website. Then it should contain the semantic elements mentioned in this video. So yeah, it is necessary that you contain the elements that I have talked about in this video, the semantic elements in your web page or website, and it should also contain table and a form of your choice. You have to add a table and a form. The table and a topic of the table and form can be of your choice. Suppose you want to create a form to apply to your company or for some kind of survey. It is up to you. So yeah, you have to create a table and form in your web page, and adding images, links and iframe is recommended. It is not compulsory, but it will be a bonus if you add images and links and iframe in your web page, because obviously it will look better and be better efficient. So yeah, this is all about your project. You have to complete it and submit the project so that you get a certificate. So if you have any doubt, please ask us in the Telegram group, otherwise you may face some problems. So yeah. So yeah, for this session's code and other references, check out our GitHub repository. The link is in the description box. Thank you very much. Stay tuned for the CSS videos.